What's up, fathers? It's your brother CJ. Welcome to the Divorce and Custody channel for men. Today, let's discuss Anthony Anderson and Alvinia Stewart coming to a divorce after 22 years of marriage. And what I want to look at is what is called community property divorce. Okay, so with that said, let's get into it. Now, what is community property? Community property is where if you are in a state where if you cohabitate with a female or a spouse in your house for 6 months, then it's considered that you are now married, or according to community, you are now married. So you share all your property if you should come to a place where you are going to divorce. And so what we are witnessing here in the case of Anthony Anderson and Alvinia Stewart, they've been actually married for 22 years ever since he was in college. Now, Anthony Anderson has done a lot of great movies. He's a great comedian. He's done a lot of work in our community. And I don't know what his wife does, but I know that in this particular suit, she's asking for him, number one, to pay for spousal support. She's asking for him to also pay for her attorney fees. And she's asking for half of all the property that they have accumulated in the last 22 years. Plus, she's also asking to keep everything that she has accumulated herself also in the last 22 years. Now, I only use the example of celebrities because we can all identify with that because we know them, right? But what I really want to do is to use that example to speak to the ordinary man. And here's the thing. When you know that you live in a state with community property, number one, you have to make sure that you don't cohabitate with someone for more than the time of 6 months, because once you do that, it means that that person has legal claim to take half of your property. Number two, if you get married to someone and you have been married for this amount of time, like 22 years, it's likely that the person is going to be able to claim half of what you own and also the half of whatever they own without even sharing that part of that with you. And that's what I think is happening in the case of Anthony Anderson. And I see that happen with a lot of men out, that a man will get married to a woman, and obviously in this case, the man didn't file for divorce. She has filed for divorce or initiated the divorce process twice, meaning that each time she's been really planning to come out of this with the bag. So now, to show you that she's not only wanting to come out of this with the bag, she's also asking for him to pay legal fees and also asking for him to pay spousal support before the process even gets started. Now, I'm not saying that that's the case, but as you and I know, when you're married, your money is our money, is the family money. The woman's money is her money. In other words, she gets to keep that and do whatever she wants with it. But the irony of that side is that when you are earning the money and she's using it, it's also considered to be her money. So in this case, whatever properties she may have purchased or investments she may have made using Anthony Anderson's money will be considered her property. In other words, if she had already thought about doing this in advance, what she's about to do is to literally walk away with everything that Anthony Anderson has worked for in the last 22 years. Now, I know that we can ask the question, well, is it fair? Is it not fair? That question is going to remain out there. But what remains true is that right now that's the law, especially if you're in a community property state. And so what you have to do as a man is begin to first of all understand, if you're going to go ahead and get married in a community property state, you have to know that you want the person to sign a prenup for all of the things that you don't want her to have her hands on. Because if you went into the marriage and before you had anything, which is the case with Anthony Anderson, and now he's accumulated millions and millions of dollars, that person has a legal right to claim all of the money that she's claiming right now. So what you have to do as a man is make sure that the person signs a prenup before you get into that marriage. I don't care what you say you have or don't have right now. In the case of Anthony Anderson, he didn't have anything when he was in college when he met this girl. And you might not have anything right now. But guess what? you will have something in 20 or 30 years, because every man accumulates his value as he grows older, he gets wiser, and he starts to get in more investments, and he starts to bring in more wealth, right? And as that happens, you want to make sure that you have protected your property by ensuring that the person that you marry right now signs a prenup, so that you don't have to come to a place where that person can claim half of your work and that person didn't even make a real contribution to the work that you had to do and the sacrifices you had to go through to accumulate that wealth. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section, whether you agree, disagree. And also don't forget to hit like and subscribe and smash the notification bell to support the channel. I have the ebook, The 10 Things That Your Lawyer Won't Tell You About Divorce and Custody. You can get that on this link right here. And if you want to set up some one-on-one time with me, go ahead and set it up on my calendar right here at this link above. And also, as always, CYA. Cover your assets.